I'm a registered dietitian, I work remote, and this is what I eat and how I move throughout the day. It's coffee time and I wanted to get a little fancy making a healthier pistachio latte. The pistachio latte at Starbucks says it's 320 calories and over 40 grams of sugar. My version only has around 50 calories and 3 grams of sugar. So I use 1 teaspoon of this beautiful pistachio syrup and then a cup of almond milk stirred in with a coffee from Nespresso. 10 out of 10. You could even add another teaspoon of pistachio syrup and you'll only be 1/3 of the calories of a regular Starbucks drink. I need to make a bowl that has carbs, fats, and proteins. Especially since I just worked out, I need to make sure I have at least 20 grams of protein. And then technically you want 40 grams of carbs because after I work out, if you want to be the most efficient and effective at building muscle, you need 2 times the carbohydrates than the protein. But here's the deal. I don't count macros. I don't count calories. It's too much for me. I don't think it's actually good in the long run to count macros. So what I do instead is really make a majority of my foods at home so I know what goes in them, and I choose more whole foods. Of course, there's some processed foods in my day, and it's okay. I promise you. So let's make a high protein Greek yogurt bowl. 1 cup of Greek yogurt has like 19 grams of protein. So I'll just do a little bit more than 1 cup. And 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. This is gonna help really thicken up the the Greek yogurt even more so. Love this. Also, powerhouse of nutrition. In 1 tablespoon, they have 4 grams of fat, which is mostly unsaturated, so that's good for our heart health. 4 grams of fiber, which is insane in just 1 tablespoon, and 2.5 grams of protein. We love that. I'm gonna add a little sprinkle of Splenda. Sometimes I like plain Greek yogurt on its own, but sometimes I'm just not feeling it and I want something sweet. I definitely have a sweet tooth today. I think time of month is coming up, which generally is when everything needs to be sweet, and that's okay. These are actually frozen peaches that I got from Trader Joe's. Half of a banana in here. Usually I would do the whole thing, but I want to add a lot of fruit and a lot of different kinds of fruit. 2 dates. Dates are full of soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Also really good natural sweetness. Some people will use date sugar rather than regular sugar because it comes from this fruit. Also, a lot of people think dates are dehydrated fruit. Y'all, this is basically what a date looks like when you just pluck it off a tree. It's wrinkly, it's concentrated, handful of strawberries. We love some vitamin A, vitamin C. It is also strawberry season. An entire huge container of straws was like $2.50 at Kroger. Also, if you're noticing that your fruit might be going bad soon, put it in the freezer or chop it up and then put it in the freezer for smoothies another time or for baked goods, whatever it is. That way you're not just like throwing away money, because I know fruit can be expensive, especially if you're buying out of season. We don't have any fat in here yet, so I am gonna use the Earth Balance peanut butter. This is my absolute favorite peanut butter. I can never find it at the grocery store, so usually I'll do the Costco Natural, because that's also Costco Natural is such a better deal. But this, so good. If you're a Jeff Gurley, you will love Earth Balance. Put this in the microwave for 30 seconds just to get melty and gooey so that I can pour it all over. And then on top is a little pizzazz, little crunch effect. My fiance has got me hooked on putting granola on top of my Greek yogurt bowls, and specifically the Purely Elizabeth blueberry hemp. He didn't know this when he was buying it, maybe, but I noticed that it only has 7 grams of added sugar per 1/3 of cup. That is actually relatively low compared to most granolas you're gonna find on these shelves. How stinking good does that look? Huge tip for all of my remote people out there just like myself. I was noticing I was just sitting down all day long. The sedentary lifestyle is so easy, especially when my couch is so stinking comfortable. But I got a Amazon walking pad recently. It was like $200. I'll put the link down below if you're interested in it. I have now walked at least 2-3 miles extra a day. I feel much more productive, much more creative, much more active, and less groggy, if that makes sense. Highly recommend this if you want to amp up your steps. Lunchtime, baby. Sourdough bread from a farmer's market. It was like 6 buckaronis. I love fresh bread. Do I want to learn how to make sourdough? Yes, I hear it's a little tricky. So maybe we'll save that for another video. Now we'll just have somebody else make our sourdough. Spinach artichoke dip, that is high protein. If you missed my last video, I made 3 high protein and high fiber dips. This is one of them. Spoiler alert, instead of mayonnaise and sour cream, I use blended cottage cheese. If you wanna see how that works out, check out that last video. But I am gonna use this as my cheese and as one of my sauces and base to make this like a panini, very cheesy and very creamy. And then on the other side, some chipotle aioli. This is like my fun food. Is there nutritional benefit in this? No, but it's just so stinking tasty. Boris really knows how to do it. Moment of truth, let's see if it looks good. What's your guess? Insanely perfect. I'm just gonna use a quarter of the avocado. I don't need that much creaminess because of the spinach artichoke dip. Because I already have creamy, I don't need a whole half. As for the protein, we have a leftover Boris head. This is like occasion, it was on sale. And then this is the low sodium oven roasted, which I really like. Little piece of advice, if your sandwich is falling all over the place and you're gonna put it in the air fryer, I do recommend putting it in aluminum foil so it can just get roasty, toasty, and melty. And then at the end, you can open the aluminum foil to get the bread a little bit more crustier, but this is just gonna keep everything intact. Sometimes it's a little bit more fruit heavy than other days. Some days are more veggie heavy. It's quite all right. I know a lot of people are like kind of nervy about fruit. I said this once, I'll say it 1,000 times. I've never had to tell somebody fruit is the issue with their health goals or their fitness journey. Fruit is very healthy, lots of vitamins, lots of minerals, lots of fiber, good for our gut, good for our mood, and it's just stinking tasty. Some people who say they don't like fruit, I think they just want to take away the joy from everybody, and that's just like kind of rude. Well, highly recommend putting the spinach artichoke dip in it. So here's the game plan. It's 3:30 now. I finished work around 4:30, and then Blake and I are gonna go golfing. We're gonna come back, and then we're gonna eat dinner, and then we're probably gonna want a sweet treat. We ran out of M&Ms, and we ran out of Oreos. So devastatingly sad. And I thought, let's make a sweet treat that has low added sugar. Freeze-dried strawberries, Lily's chocolate. Toll House has 70 calories a serving. Lily's has 50. For the same amount, 20 calories difference is not a make or break. This just has more fiber. It has no added sugar. I could be fancy and melt this over the stove, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna microwave it, 20-second intervals, stir, 20 seconds, stir, 20 seconds, stir, so it doesn't burn. I'm going to prepare a snack for the golf course, so if I do get hungry, I have a snack. You have some walnuts, some popcorn. That should hold me over before dinner time.
Nice, babe.
Dinner time, and I always feel kind of weird recording around Blake, so I'm just gonna do a little voiceover for this portion. We made our favorite potatoes in an air fryer. So we just cut up a potato, put a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, put it in the air fryer at 375 for about 20 minutes and stir it frequently. On the side, we were gonna make a little salad with a salad topper and kale. Blake also grilled those great burgers that were 90% lean, 8% fat. I always recommend trying to get 90% lean when you do beef to make it as heart healthy as you possibly can. I'm over there checking on those potatoes, and of course we got to get our sauces. We love ketchup, we love barbecue sauce with our potatoes, and y'all, that is it. Super simple, balanced carbs, fats, proteins. 10 out of 10. Even the fiance loves it. It is pretty impossible for me not to have a sweet treat at the end of the night. Ends my day on a good note. The strawberry. Cheersies. Oh my gosh. Everything you love about a chocolate covered strawberry is this. Everything you hate about a chocolate covered strawberry isn't this. Highly recommend trying chocolate covered freeze dried fruit. If you have any questions, comments, comment me. I love talking to y'all. I hope this gave you some inspiration for your days of what to eat. All right, y'all, until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.